Hi, welcome to another episode of In the Loop.
Tonight we're going to tell you guys how you can win tickets to see Wiz Khalifa and Fall Out Boy.
We've also got some boot-stomping country music coming up, delicious eats, and exotic animals.
And now for the most important question of the night. Indianapolis, are you ready to be in the loop? I love me some Southern boys.
I love me some Southern country.
You got a true fangirl right here in Jade.
Total fan. I love them. They interact with the audience so well. They even pulled me up on stage.
I don't know if they pulled you on stage or you voluntarily jumped on stage. One of the two.
Whatever.
Put me in the ground, put me 6 foot down, and let the stone say, here rides a girl who's only crutch. You ever watch the sun go down from the bed of a pickup truck? Ever been so into somebody, you're still lying there when it comes back up? Girl, what do you say? We cut a path through that cornfield, parked down by the water. Let me show you how country feels. So head down, get you some of this lean on back. Get that. I see the blue lights, we better run. Throw out the bottle and I'll hide the gun. If he pulls us over, I'll turn on the charm. You'll be in the slammer and I'll be on his arm. Ain't no use in trying to slow me down, 'cause you're running with the fastest girl in town. Ain't you, baby? Another day, the nights are getting longer and the days always.
Don't you guys love their energy? Oh my gosh, they're so entertaining.
I love dancing with them in my cowboy boots at B Square. Next time I'm gonna wear my cowboy hat and make it official.
And in the meantime, we are enjoying a delicious birthday beverage.
Aw, cheers.
In the loop, staying in the loop. Coming up in the rest of the show, some honest goodness soul, a segment about the big cats of the world, and a bar that's easy to call home.
I feel like I'm somewhat of a Southern food connoisseur. Half my family's from the South, so I'm so excited about Georgia Reese's Southern Table and Bar.
Now, earlier in the year, I brought you guys that great interview with Gary Brackett, the former Indianapolis Colts player. I sat down with him again, and we got down and delicious with that food you like, talking about Georgia Reese's. This is a Southern soul food style restaurant. Where did that inspiration come from?
Well, it really came from Sunday dinners with my father. He was always a cook in the household, so it'd be nothing for him to have some fried chicken, some mac and cheese, collard greens, We actually hunted as well, so we actually ate quite a bit of rabbit, squirrel, so I always was intrigued by Southern food.
Talking about the menu a little bit, can you go into detail about some of the items?
Chicken and waffles is always a staple when you're talking about Southern cuisine, so we do a great job with our chicken wings and our waffles coming out of the kitchen. We're looking really good. One of my personal favorites is shrimp and grits. Seems like when I'm not eating here, when I'm eating somewhere else, and I see shrimp and grits on the menu,
that's what you order?
It's something that I gotta have. Everyone seems to really love our smoked wings. We actually won an award this year for the best smoked wings in Indianapolis, and the chefs put a nice recipe on it, put it in the smoker for about 3 to 4 hours, get them nice and flavorful, come out, put some homemade barbecue sauce on them, so they look really good and they taste even better. We also have the Grace Number shrimp. So they're really good as an appetizer, a great item to come in here and share. Do a great job. The sauce is a little bit spicy, but people like to have that, especially when you're talking about Southern food. You gotta have the spice and the seasoning just right. Also, as a dessert, you can finish it all off with a nice, deep chocolate cake. It's one of my favorite desserts personally, and it's something, you know, after a hard day of work, after I had some of that good food in the beginning, I always have to finish it off with a nice piece of chocolate cake.
Now, we have some beautiful cocktails in front of us, so you guys have a full bar too.
Yes, we do. We actually have a bar that's concentrated on bourbon, so we have over 70 bourbons and whiskeys on the bar.
So you have the drinks and the food and that Southern style, but you also have jazz and blues.
We do. We have live music. It's very exciting. On the weekends, Fridays and Saturdays, 8:30, we have live music. Like you said, jazz and blues. It's always a great time, and people really always come out and enjoy themselves.
Now, this place has been so successful that you guys are opening a second location. Tell me about that.
It's going to be right downtown Indianapolis. Like you said, the goal was always to have 2 locations, and downtown was a natural progression. The site is really beautiful, really fits us. 14 East Washington, right next to Red's Barbershop, if you're familiar. Yeah, Indy's usually always buzzing during the summertime, so I'm excited to be a part of it.
I think it'll be great. Now, this is not your first rodeo with restaurants.
No,
You're becoming quite the restaurateur, I'd say.
Yeah, you know, I was a partner with Stacked Pickle here for the last 3 years. I recently had the opportunity to buy my partner down, and I did. So now we have 6 locations, and we also expanded that brand. So we have 3 more coming online this year. So very excited to be growing and you know, a second act at a new career.
Right, now with Georgia Reese, where does that name come from?
Yeah, it comes from my daughter. It's a funny story. She was actually 1 when I named it. My other daughter's name is Gabrielle Monet, and she's 5. So I tell the story that Georgia at 1 was a little bit easier to negotiate with. So just a little sliver, a little finger on the print, and signed.
There it was.
We're good to go.
So Georgia Reese, come check it out. Drinks, music, and great food. Thanks, Gary.
Thank you.
The Northside location has this Prohibition-era, very cool, quaint Southern feel, but their downtown location, same great food, different ambiance.
It's really industrial. I love it. Edison light bulbs, you got to check it out.
Very urban, but no matter where you go, you can still get your chicken, your alligator bites, your cream cheese stuffed French toast, whatever you want that is Southern comfort food you can get throughout the week, but also on Sundays for their delicious full brunch buffet.
Stick with us, we got a whole lot of show left.
One of my passions in life is helping people and animals, so I'm thrilled that I was able to volunteer at the Exotic Feline Rescue. Y'all need to check me out.
Hey, that's my line. Right, meow.
When I first started, there were 2 keepers and 100 less cats. So it has grown immensely in my 11 years here. I love what I do, and I'm extremely lucky to be able to do it, but to have grown that much in this amount of time means that there's a growing problem out there with these animals in need of homes. Private ownership, they get them as pets, there's all different reasons, circuses, roadside zoos, all the places that we get these animals, and then they're being mistreated, or whatever the situation is, and then they need a home, and that is quite a big problem actually, because there is not a lot of places that can take these kinds of animals. You don't just bring them to a shelter. We have an overnight guest stay here. It is $175 for 2 adults. And it's a room that it's got its own bathroom. There's a microwave and a little refrigerator in there. And outside of your room are some cats that you can sit outside and observe. They are cats, there's all different kinds of cats up there. There's a tiger, there's a leopard, a cougar, an ocelot, and a couple of bobcats. And you can sit outside and observe them and watch them all night and listen to all the sounds because you will hear roaring throughout the night. The lions roar. You'll hear cougars calling. You'll hear other tigers talking. You'll hear all different kinds of things, and it's very nice to sit outside and enjoy that. And then you get to go on the tour of the main area as many times as you want. And then the next morning, the keepers start the feeding outside the room, and then they take you with them to all the off-tour areas. And you get to see all of the animals. You can see our meat processing center. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to stick your head in the cooler, check that out, and then just get to see all the cats that are not on the regular tour.
This is one of the few exotic feline rescues in the whole entire country, and guests from all over the world come to see the lions, tigers, leopards, bobcats, you name it.
I came here in 1991 with 2 tigers and a leopard. Went to a realtor in Terre Haute, said I'm looking for a place with no neighbors. Here we are 25 years later at 200 plus cats of 10 different species.
Guests can stay overnight here.
We have a place where you can spend the night. You've got a tiger and a black leopard and a cougar and a couple of bobcats and an ocelot all right outside your room.
Wow, that sounds so fun.
And then you get a complete tour. What you see down the area we're in now is what we call the public area. And there are 50 or 60 cats down here that people can see. But as an overnight guest, you get to see the whole facility.
Which is how big?
We're on 110 acres and we have 10 different species and 200 cats.
And they get regular veterinary care?
We have an incredibly well-equipped medical facility right here. And we have a veterinarian, Dr. Fred Froderman, who has been with us for about 10 years. And he's really first rate. The dentists that come here are the top of the line of their profession. And they come here usually twice a year for 2 days. And they do dental work. We do between 6 and 9 cats in a weekend.
So how do the cats make it here? They're all rescues from various situations.
Most of them we go get. You know, if it's a law enforcement situation, quite often the law enforcement people will ask us to, you know, they will deal with the people in the matter, and we will deal with the animals.
What do they eat here?
Between 3,000 and 4,000 pounds of meat a day. Wow. We feed a combination of beef, horse, venison, poultry. We have a truck that's on the road usually 6 days a week. And we will pick up your down livestock, assuming it's appropriate for us.
Of course.
Or put down your sick or injured livestock. And we do that at no charge or virtually no charge. So that makes us very popular with farmers. It also makes us very popular with the State Board of Animal Health. And then we process that here and we do waste disposal and all that sort of thing.
And I saw tigers jumping around in their water tanks back there. So they have sort of their native habitat. Just in Indiana, they have water and trees and grass they can.
We try and give everybody here a big cage with real habitat. Tigers all love to swim, so our tigers all have water that we can get into. Down in the new areas in the field, all the tigers have in-ground pools.
Wow.
Which is much nicer for everyone.
That's so neat. You sound pretty spoiled. I like it.
We try. Tigers in the winter will break the ice to get in the water.
Really?
And when they can't break the ice anymore, they'll sleep on it. It can be very cold out here and a foot of snow on the ground. And you'll see tigers jumping into the water and knocking out big hunks of ice and batting the ice around in the snow and then jumping back into the water. It makes you cold.
And how do the cats, the African cats like the lions, how do they deal with the harsh winters of Indiana?
They do pretty good for the most part. Summers are harder on these animals than winters. They really all suffer from the heat. They do quite well in the cold.
I see a tour coming. When can people come and check out the center?
We are open from 10 to 5 every day of the week.
Oh.
During the winter, we're closed on Mondays, but the rest, you know, during the summer, we're open 7 days a week, and so we're always glad to have you come out and see the cats.
And they're always open to volunteers too, which is what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to the volunteer orientation, so I can spend more time out here helping the big cats. And you also need plywood and what other sort of things do you need out here?
You know, we need plywood and lumber and concrete and steel and building supplies. We need office supplies. We need things like chicken leg quarters and postage stamps. A wide variety of things that an organization like this needs just to keep working.
Exotic Feline Rescue Center is a 501c3 nonprofit organization and relies on donations to keep functioning and helping all these big cats.
Yes, that always helps.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I can't wait to go to orientation and see more of the cats. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you for coming, and we'll look forward to seeing you as a volunteer, putting you to work.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm so grateful for that opportunity, and I can't wait to come back and volunteer. You guys have to at least take a tour. They're open 7 days a week, and they also feed chickens to the cats, so Jade needs to be careful.
Jade, we've done the horse before, now we're doing the chicken, and the early bird catches the worm, so you better get on it over there.
Nibble, nibble, my friend.
I need to take a bite of this, though, just a little.
It's huge.
Just a little. It's the world's largest gummy worm, okay, people?
That's cherry.
Mmm. That is huge.
John?
And I'm gonna give this a whirl. Here we go, right? Thank you to our friends at Rocket Fish.
Hey John, do you remember where we met?
Of course, how could I forget Stacked Pickle? You and I shared their specialty hangover burger. Do you remember what that thing tasted like?
It tasted like deliciousness.
It was totally deliciousness, and they're a place that's known for sports, wings, beer, and burgers. What are you guys known for here at the Stacked Pickle?
We're known for our sports and our wings, our great burgers that we have, and the cold beer that we have. You know, we are locally owned, 6 locations in Indianapolis. We welcome families. You know, we want to be the neighborhood bar where, you know, we challenge our employees to know our guests' names and to remember their names when they come back.
Of course, the pickles that you guys are known for, the deep fried pickles, which is your namesake.
Right, yeah, we hand bread to order all fried pickles. Probably 90% of the tables that come in here order fried pickles when they come in.
The atmosphere here is incredible because it's both an amazing bar with a great bar food, but it's also a great restaurant for families. I'm seeing regulars coming in and talking to you guys all the time.
Right, yeah, we welcome the families. We want to be the neighborhood gathering place for all the people, the residents around here. We also welcome big parties from the hotels that are close, teams that are in for sporting events, or you know, some of the tournaments that come to town. You know, we welcome all those people from the hotel here.
I'm sure you like when they call ahead too. That's always good when you don't get rushed by a huge team.
Right, yeah. When it's a group of 30 or more, or even 20 or more, it's a big help to know they're coming. We can have it set up. It'll get them in and out faster.
What are some of the specials that you guys have?
On Mondays, all our locations do $5 burgers. Tuesday nights is pint night for all 6 locations as well. And then on Thursdays, we do 3 and a nickel at the Pickle.
What is 3 and a nickel at the Pickle? It sounds interesting.
It's a select beer, wine, liquor option that they can get for 3 and a nickel.
You're a neighborhood bar, have a wonderful warm staff. What is the extensive menu that you have? You talked about burgers, you talked about wings. What are some of the things you guys are known for?
Well, obviously the fried pickles, which I mentioned, and you know, that is a very popular item. Most people come here and try those. Pork tenderloin, I've been told it's one of the best around.
That's your personal favorite too, right?
One of my personal favorites. Hangover burger, if you want a bacon, egg, and cheese. on top of a burger, that's the way to go.
That sounds like a fantastic name. And what are some of the beer and wine selections that you have?
We have 20 taps here at this location. We have a wide range from the big guys into the local craft beers. We really are focusing on the craft beers and trying to support the local Indianapolis and Indiana brewers.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure getting to enjoy some pork tenderloins with you, some of your favorites. Come check out and see what we're doing at the Stacked Pickle. They have huge portions there, but you cannot go there and not try their fried pickles. It's their namesake.
Ooh, Erica, you love fried pickles.
I do. They're my Achilles heel, crispy and delicious.
All this talk of delicious food is making my tummy rumble, and I think you need to hop in the car, and we're gonna go to South of Chicago Pizza and Beef after the shoot and pick out some za.
Which one? Are we going to the one in Fishers? Make sure this one doesn't get lost.
Fishers. We are going to the Fishers location, so be there, be square. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Fall Out Boy and Wiz Khalifa are teaming up and co-headlining a summer tour that is hitting Indianapolis on July 1st. In the Loop TV show will be there, and we want you to be there too. The Boys of Summer are the perfect way to hit off your July festivities. Hoodie Allen, who's their rapper and singer that's been tapped as a special guest for the show and tour, will be there as well. To win tickets, go to our website and look for the ticket giveaway.
Go win those tickets, and if you missed this episode or any past episodes, check us out at IndyInTheLoop.com or follow our YouTube channel.
And be sure to find us on social media and see what we're up to during the week.
Thanks for watching, Indiana. We'll see you next Sunday on Wish TV 8 at 11:30, right after the news on In the Loop.